My name is Marisol Herrera. I'm the executive director here at the Zimmerman Automobile Driving Museum. I have been here for over 8 years, almost 9, in February. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed being like a pillar of the community. We, have vehicles here that people can touch. We're the only tactile museum in the United States, and just being able to see the nostalgia factor of people coming in and saying, "Oh my gosh, I used to ride in this Mercury wagon when I was a kid." Just seeing those kind of things was really nice because it did strike a positive chord on people and left them like a nice memory for them. When we were fully operational, we all the vehicles were able to be driven. I think that was when we were like at our highest guests count. We would get a lot of people coming in just because we would post which cars were available like the week before. So you'd have an opportunity to ride in a DeLorean or an old Packard Caribbean. And I think that just helped really bring in people who had, like I said, a really deep connection with them, and they would come and say, "Oh my gosh, I love Back to the Future. So I've always wanted to drive or ride in a DeLorean." Or, we just get a lot of people coming in just to enjoy the cars, and then they'd find out that we're also a venue. We have an ice cream parlor, we're a nonprofit. You can, volunteer and also drive these cars as well. So I think it was nice. It was a nice icebreaker for the museum. Yeah, so I think at our heyday we had about 50 to 60 volunteers, and we did have them divided by category. So we had the drivers who would drive on Sundays. We'd have the cleaning crew who cleans on Fridays. We have the tour group who would just come sporadically throughout the week and on the weekends. We have our parking crew. So during our car shows and cruises, they would help and park the cars and judge them as well. And they were always just, we always had events for them. We had docent holiday parties and barbecues. And they were also really, really involved, especially, right before the pandemic. So they are basically our backbone. The primary components, well, the collection is one big one. The volunteers are very important because they're the ones who can really tell the history and the background of all these cars, so you can understand it at a deeper level. The fact that we have a shop was very important as well because we could actually show people how to maintain their vehicles and how to restore older vehicles as well. And the community, obviously, because they're the reason why we're around. Staff is very important. We had a very small but mighty team of about 5 of us for a long time, and we worked together to get the volunteers here and the place up and running, and we made it work for a couple years like that. It was very difficult to hear that we're closing. I'm gonna cry. I love this place. It's gonna be hard, but I love this place. I'm happy that we were able to have such a wonderful organization for the community. But I'm happy that we'll still be able to help the community in a different capacity, because I know all the funds will be going towards the Scholarship Foundation, and we're going to be able to still help, but just in a different way. Yeah, so we're hoping to continue, helping out the local community. We've always partnered with El Camino College, Loyola Marymount, and a lot of other local colleges. So we look forward to continue giving scholarships to mechanical engineering students, and hopefully, being part of the car community out here, because people are still contacting me, asking me to judge or drive in a parade or do something. So I'm excited to continue. Yeah. I've always worked in a nonprofit, so I feel like that would be a step in the right direction. Learning how an organization would change from a brick and mortar to just something that's not really around. It's just more of an entity. So it's going to be interesting learning that. And I'm all, I love this place. I love the board. So I'm just excited to see what we do next. Yeah, I think I know it, front and back now. I've worked at a couple of other nonprofits as well. And it's kind of the same but different. They all have the same forms that they have to fill out and send to the state. They all have kind of the same, they have a development, they have, marketing people. I think it's kind of my bread and butter. I mean, I've done all of it myself, but now I'm excited to, probably work with the team. Yeah, being able to, being able to help out the community. I keep saying community, but it always boils down to this. It's the nonprofits are there to help. So I'm looking forward to being able to continue to do that. And just, I feel like I get to know the people around my area pretty well because of that. So like everybody knows me as the car person in El Segundo. Yeah, I'm a car girl. I wasn't originally a car girl. He's laughing. I started in environmental science.
I really like that purple one.
Yeah, he would laugh at me because I would always choose the glittery ones. But I started out in environmental science and was working at the natural history museums in the area. And I just stumbled upon this place. It's just 15 minutes from home, and I just wanted to learn about everything. And the docents and the board all helped me how to learn about the cars, learn how to drive stick shift, how to like troubleshoot if I'm ever stuck on the road. So I became a car person, just by being around them all the time. I hope they remember us. Well, obviously, they tell us all the time that we are very important to the El Segundo area because, like I said, we're the only tactile museum in the area. We provided a very unique experience to people. We were able to fulfill a lot of dying wishes and birthday parties and unique experiences. I think it's going to leave a really big hole in El Segundo. We're also one of the biggest venues out in this area. But I think people will remember us because of all of the volunteers who were just always so generous and open to teach everybody about the cars. We're also really close to LAX, so we also get a lot of tourists to come by. So I think that's also going to be one thing that a lot of people will be missing because we were one of the last destinations before they left or when they get here, as soon as they get here. I would think that I would like them to know that all these cars were very loved. Not only by us, but by thousands of people who came, year-round. They made a lot of people smile, and hopefully, you guys take as good care of them as we did. Yeah, we'll see you in Indiana. Yeah, I don't know.